Hello, everybody. So, today, I have a special surprise. I will be reading the first Magic Treehouse book, Dinosaurs Before Dark. And no, I can't show the pictures. I'm very sorry. So, let's get right into it. So, we're gonna skip the stuff, the the content. So we're gonna have chapter 1, Into the Woods. Help, a monster, said Annie. Yeah, sure, said Jack. A real monster in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Run, Jack, said Annie. She ran up the road. Oh, brother, thought Jack. This is what he got for spending time with his 7-year-old sister. Annie loved pretend stuff, but Jack was 8.5. He liked real things. Watch out, Jack. The monster is coming, said Annie. And yes, I will be showing pictures, actually. It's black and white, but we got Jack right here, and then we got Annie. Then, obviously, their surroundings is Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Because I read that. Jack didn't say anything. Come on, Jack, I'll race you, said Annie. No thanks, said Jack. Annie raced along into the woods. Jack looked up at the sky. The sun was about to set. Come on, Annie. It's time to go home, yelled Jack. But Annie didn't answer. Jack waited. Annie, he called again. Jack, Jack. Jack, Jack. Annie shouted. Come here, quick. Jack groaned. This better be good, he said. Jack left the road and headed into the wood. The trees were lit with the golden late afternoon light. Over here, called Annie. Annie was standing under a tall oak tree. Look, she said, pointing at a rope ladder. It was hanging down from high in the tree. Wow, Jack whispered. At the top of the tree was a treehouse, tucked between 2 branches. That must be the highest treehouse in the world, said Annie. But who built it? asked Jack. I've never seen it before. I don't know. But I'm going up, said Annie. No, we don't know who it belongs to, said Jack. Just for a teeny minute, said Annie. She started up the ladder. Annie, come back. But Annie kept climbing. She climbed all the way to the tallest branches. Jack sighed. Annie, it's almost dark. We have to go home. Annie disappeared inside the treehouse. Annie, called Jack. Jack waited a moment. He was about to call again when Annie poked her head out of the treehouse window. Books, Annie shouted. What? Said Jack. It's filled with books, said Annie. Oh man, Jack thought. He loved books. Jack pushed his glasses into place. He gripped the side of the rope ladder and started up. And I'm going to be reading 1 chapter every day. And, well, I'm obviously going to be reading more. I think I might be able to read this entire book. So, yeah. I'm reading for like 20 minutes and tell my mom. I have to read for 15 minutes every night. And tell my mom that I actually did a video where I read. So, yeah, let's get going. Chapter 2, The Monster. Jack crawled into the treehouse. Wow, he said. The treehouse was filled with books. Books were everywhere. Very old books with dusty covers and new books with shiny, bright covers. Look, said Annie. You can see far away. She was peering out the treehouse window. Jack looked out the window with her. Below were the tops of other trees in the distance. He could see the Frog Creek Library and elementary school and a park. Annie pointed in the other direction. "That's our house," she said. Annie was right. Jack could see their white wooden house. With its green porch. In the yard next door was their neighborhood black dog, Henry. He looked very tiny. "Hi, Henry," Annie shouted. "Shh! We're not supposed to be up here," said Jack. Jack glanced around the treehouse again. He noticed that bookmarks were sticking out of many books. "I wonder who owns all these books," he said. "I like this one," said Annie. She picked up a book with a castle on the cover. "Here's a book about Pennsylvania," said Jack. He turned the page with the bookmark. "Hey, it's a picture of Frog Creek," said Jack. "It's a picture of these woods." "Oh, here's a book for you," said Annie. She held up a book about dinosaurs. A blue silk bookmark was sticking out of it. "Let me see," said Jack. He set his backpack down on the floor. He grabbed the book from Annie. "Okay, you look at that one. Oh, and I'll look at the one about castles," said Annie. "No, we'd better not," said Jack. "We don't know who these books belong to." But even as he said this, Jack was opening the dinosaur book to the place where the bookmark was. He couldn't help himself. Jack turned to a picture of an ancient flying reptile. He recognized it as a Pterodon. He touched a huge bat-like wing in the picture. "Wow," "I wish we could go to the time of the Pterodon." Jack studied the picture odd-looking creature. "Ah!" screamed Annie. "What?" "A monster!" Annie cried. She pointed out the treehouse window. "Stop pretending." And Jack said, "No, really?" Jack looked out the window. A giant creature was gliding above the treetops. It had a long, weird crest on the back of its head, a skinny beak, and a huge bat-like wings. It was a real, live Pterodon. The creature swooped through the sky. It looked like a glider plane. It was coming straight toward the treehouse. "Get down!" cried Annie. Jack and Annie crouched on the floor. The wind started to blow. The treehouse one started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then, everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 3. Where is here? Jack opened his eyes. Sunlight slanted through the window. The treehouse was still high up in a tree, but it wasn't the same tree. "Where are we now?" "Where are we?" said Annie. She and Jack looked out the window. The Pterodon was soaring through the sky. The ground was covered in ferns and tall grass. There was a winding stream, a sloping hill, and volcanoes in the distance. I don't know where we are," said Jack. The Pterodon glided down to the base of the tree. It landed on the ground and stood very still. The pterodon glided down to the base of the tree. It landed on the ground and stood very still. "So what just happened to us?" said Annie. "Well," said Jack, "I was looking at the picture in the book, and you said, 'Wow, I wish we could gather to the time of the pterodons.'" "Yeah, and then we saw the pterodon in Frog Creek Woods," said Jack. "Yeah, and then the wind got loud and the treehouse started spinning, and we landed here." And we landed here?" said Jack. "And we landed here," said Annie. "So that means," said Jack. "So that means what?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. He shook his head. "None of this can be real," said Annie. Looked out the window again. "But he's real," she said. "He's very real." Jack looked out the window with her again. The pterodon was standing at the base of the tree like a guard. His giant wings were spread out on either side of him. "Hi," Annie shouted. "Shh," said Jack. "We're not supposed to be here." "But where is here?" said Annie. "I don't know." "Hi, who are you?" Annie called to the pterodon. The creature just looked at her. "Are you nuts?" "He can't talk," said Jack. "But maybe the book can tell us." Jack looked down at the book. He read the words under the picture. "This flying reptile lived in the Cretaceous period. It vanished 65 million years ago with the dinosaurs." Yeah? You got a shower. Okay. So that's the shower, and I'll see you next vid. Bye.